I believe supply chain, the word supply chain and understanding what is it,
Yeah.
it's very crucial for your business success, because a lot of suppliers are actually, if you had an amazing relationship with them,
Yeah.
you can accelerate your
100%.
your company to a
Yeah.
whole nother level.
You're conspiring to each other's success when you've got a relationship, right? They benefit from your success, you benefit from their success. It all works really
Exactly.
great.
And sometimes like just knowing how do we ask the question and how do we help them, and I've found that competitive advantage come with an amazing supply chain management.
This episode is proudly brought to you by Mapper Forward's workshop, It's Time to Become a Coffee Consultant. Learn how to diversify your revenue streams and create freedom from your day job while saying goodbye to that alarm clock forever by becoming a consultant within the coffee industry or directly to consumers who have shifted towards home brewing and home roasting. Protect your income from challenging times in the coffee value chain by taking this course today. Go to mapperforward.coffee/workshops or click the link in the show notes for details. Powered by DXB Live and World of Coffee Dubai, Mapper Forward is proud to be the official podcast partner of World of Coffee Dubai in 2024 for a second year in a row. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and this is episode 1 of a 15-part series on the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward. We are here live at World of Coffee Dubai for 2024. This is our second time at World of Coffee, and joining me for the first time is the same human who came with me last time. Welcome to the podcast, Nawar Adra. Nawar, welcome.
Thank you to having me here. It's a pleasure.
My
It's
pleasure to
actually
have
the
you.
second time.
This is the second time. This is like the 500th time.
The first.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm joking.
So we are here at World of Coffee Dubai.
Yeah.
We are enjoying the city again. In this series, we're going to be talking about empowering the coffee industry in 2024. How you, as a business owner of one of the best brands in Australia, in my opinion, it's the best coffee brand in the world, but
Thank you.
You're welcome. But how do you view what's coming, how we empower the coffee industry in 2024?
I think the coffee, in general, the coffee industry has a lot of opportunities this particular year, because we can see a lot of new adaptation for technology, especially when it comes to automation.
Yeah.
So being able and being open-minded to a new way of getting the machine to help us to do a better job and to give us a bit more consistency. You know, as human, we are consistent, but we do tend to, a little bit kind of phase away from it. So I think the main point is how do we adapt technology, and to what extent, and how much we want it to empower us to move forward to a new level. In my view, I think the most important part is how do we empower culture. So
wow, I've never heard anyone say, how do we empower culture?
Yeah, because culture is actually the most important part of the whole thing. When we look into like our challenges when we are in Sydney, is the camera okay?
Yeah, the camera's okay. Sorry. This is the first live stream, folks, so we're adapting everything as we go.
No, we're learning.
We're learning as we go.
So I believe culture is going to be so crucial moving forward, especially we don't have enough people who are in the industry these
labor's
days.
an issue, right?
So we're not having, exactly right. It's very hard to find new members to join the team. It's not easy to find the right one. We're finding a lot of difficulties there, and you're going to find it even worse if you don't have culture in your place, if you don't have a culture that really help education, training, promoting your staff, getting them where they want to be, and hence where the technology come in hand. When you have a really good culture, you really want to keep your people, you want them to focus on other things such as growth in their career. You do want to take some part of their role or some repetitive jobs to be, fade away a little bit, automated somehow, and really focus on quality coffee. And focus on brewing, focus on customer service. Now it's probably better than ever. Customer service is so important, way more important. Like it's always been, a number one, but I guess with automation, you can't just automate and just be lazy or be relaxed.
Right.
I guess you're gonna automate, but at the same time think about different ways to improve your business bottom lines, and one of them will be sales, right?
Right.
So by empowering the machine to empower a human being to empower us.
That sounds like a ChatGPT question answer.
No, actually not. That's technically me. And to go all the way down to consumer. Right? Because coffee retail has, especially B2C, so direct to consumer, has really exploded.
Yeah.
In the last, I would say, 3 years. I mean, COVID did a revolutionary change in people consumption. It changed them from going to a cafe for 5 cups a day to probably 2.
Right.
And the other 3 maybe at home. And we can see that through our online sales. We see that at the cafe, people coming just buying a lot of beans, buying a lot of like 1 kilo or stocking up when there is sales.
Right. Is that something that is new to consumer behavior since COVID, or is that something you experienced before COVID?
The thing is, right, like we were experienced because we were more focusing on wholesale.
Right.
Pre-COVID, so there's a lot of wholesale going, but you can see it through the cafes. You know, when the cafes are ordering a lot, that means people are actually going out to have a coffee. Right. But now you see cafes, like the numbers are not as high as they used to be. A cafe that was doing 40 kilos now back to 25 kilos a week.
Wow.
You know, and some of them who didn't adapt and really brought a new strategy into their workplace by having multiple roasters or focus on retail or focus on something else that give them differentiation from everybody else around them. Those cafes really got hurt the most, and they find it very hard for them to continue. So the way we're going to empower them is explaining to them why they should now focus more than ever on how do you promote and sell coffee in beans for consumers. Even though you know they're going to come and have a coffee with you and enjoy chit chat, you still want them to go home and have, you know, you need a loop system. And the loop system is so important. You need to have them to come back to buy a bean, buy a coffee, and come back to have your customer experience. And I think the word experience is the most important part out of the whole concept. So yes, we can focus on, we can break it down into percentage if we really, really want to, and then we can go and prioritize what
that would be free consulting, so let's not do that.
So you know what I mean, so all that kind of stuff. So you can break it down into stuff, and then you can see what the priority. And when you look at experience, you can't look at just tiny tasks, and you need to look at the whole picture,
right? And
how do we make it amazing?
You know, this is the thing that, like, people who listen to this podcast know how much I talk about Stitch. I think first of all, it's a really,
No, it's a bit, you know, a lot of pressure.
It's a bit weird. There's a lot of pressure. But you've been on the podcast enough that people know you. Like, you've built the brand with your own 2 hands. It's not a brand that you kind of bought off somebody else and then just added to it.
Correct.
The empowering part about Stitch is that you are consumer focused.
Yes.
Right? Like, the core of everything, you're trying to drive an experience for consumers. And on the back end, because I know you really well and I know the way you run your business, you are also doing the same for your team and for your suppliers as you're doing for your consumers. You're providing that experience, but that's not necessarily a part or it's not a necessary part of the Stitch story as far as the consumer is concerned. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, because I believe supply chain, the word supply chain, and understanding what is it, it's very crucial for your business success, because a lot of suppliers are actually, if you had an amazing relationship with them, you can accelerate your
100%
your company to a whole nother level.
You're conspiring to each other's success when you've got a relationship, right? They benefit from your success, you benefit from their success. It all works really great.
And sometimes, like, just knowing how do we ask the question and how do we help them, and I've found that competitive advantage comes with an amazing supply chain management.
Well, I love that.
So if you really have a good suppliers who's helping you a lot, you will have definitely a competitive edge when it comes to this. So it's very important to empower the supplier as well. So not just focus on one part, forget
Yeah.
the other. It's a really loop. So you really need to look at your supply chain as a loop system,
Yeah.
and always find a way to bring back into the system moving forward.
Yeah. So before we wrap up this episode, you and I are both big fans of ChatGPT.
Yes.
How are we going to, what role is AI? And when we started this talking about technology, but with regards to AI, how is that going to empower the coffee industry, do you think?
I think the AI depends where it's deployed.
Okay,
Right.
tell me more.
So if you deploy it into a machine, it's a great concept.
Right.
Because it's really going to help us work less but be smarter at how we do business.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes AI, if it's deployed in the wrong hands, then all you do is not cheating or using it to get away from certain jobs.
Right.
It's also not good, right? It's
Yeah.
become a bit of a complacent, a bit of a lazy job to do.
Yeah.
So I think how do you deploy an AI? It's very important to its success, and how do you help us to empower us moving forward? So.
Yeah, amazing. You and I are going to have some fun over the next couple of years trying to figure out how different AI, we use a lot on the podcast. We use a lot of different AI on the podcast. I think if there's anyone in the industry who's going to figure out how to use AI to benefit their customers as well as their team and their supply chain, as well as the infrastructure of the business, it's going to be you. So, folks, stay tuned.
I hope so. Thank
He's
you.
going to be the person that's going to make it happen for us. Do you want to sign us off with? Wait! Before we go, if there's anyone that's watching the live stream and you're interested in tasting amazing coffees from India, please check the South India Coffee Co. Instagram. They're going to be doing a amazing cupping here at World of Coffee Dubai, and our next guest on the live stream is about to make a very exciting announcement, so join us for that.
Love, peace, and peanut butter.
Love, peace, and peanut butter.
Peace, love,
Peace, love,
peanut butter.
peanut butter.
Damn it.
Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone.
It's my version. See ya.
I really hope you enjoyed this episode, friends. Please don't forget to show us some love by subscribing, liking, commenting, and most of all, sharing this podcast with your friends. Check the show notes for links, including our sponsors and our Patreon. And stay tuned for more great conversations on the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward.